Welcome back everybody to Modern Skyblock 3. We are here in a brand new looking place doing some forestry today, and not only that, we've also got ourselves a bit of flight on the way, which is thanks to the help of everyone in the comments. So thank you very much. Let's get started. We're looking at some new stuff. That's old, this is new. I've gone ahead and I've started our Skyblock base. I've pretty much been having some trouble thinking about how big mods are going to go, the kind of area we're going to need, the kind of blocks we can use, and I spent some time just thinking about what we could do and what blocks we had, how we could use them, and I've discovered Certus quartz is amazing. We've got so much of it. We've also got the ability to make these lamps, meaning we've got light down on the floor, and also just a bit of a shape with some cobblestone. We had a lot of that as well. So I've started going off and starting making our base look like a pretty base. And I haven't gone and done everything. You can see I've cleared out some places. We'll slowly get rid of this stuff until our base all looks nice and pretty, like these. Each of these will be themed, of course, and we will be refining it nonetheless. However, I've got some cool stuff to show you because we finished off with some silent gems last episode, and that was a very cool mod. In fact, I thought it was very grindy. Fair enough, I think I have a point there, but what was really good about it is it gives us the ability, and I'll actually ask this in the episode, and boy, did you guys come around with that. So thank you very much, everybody. We also found out that you can have creative flight, and that is what we are targeting right now. So I'm just going through. I've spent a lot of these chaos things over here, these chaos shards, whatever they are, using them, chaos essence, that's it, I keep forgetting the word. The chaos essence to make ourselves 4 of these burner chaos pylons. Now, that takes quite a lot of time, a ridiculous amount of time, in fact. But it's very well worth it. It seems to be running ridiculously fast, and we should be able to get all the stuff we need for creative flight in this episode. In fact, we will have it in no time at all. I actually don't know why I'm opening that up, because we're going to be getting started over here with forestry, which may put some people off, because honestly, I've never done forestry, and I think it's just because I've been scared, because everyone's scared about it. I don't know why. I think we might find out, or you know what? We just might find everyone's a bunch of scaredy cats, because we could be pretty good. So I've gotten started with a few things here. We've got ahead, made ourselves this work table. We'll claim it here live on the video for you guys. The pipette, solid, cool, easy things to do. I'm sure you guys will work those out. But what we did do is we've gone ahead and started making some bog earth for some peat. And what I've done is I've put them around some water over here. By the way, if you haven't worked it out by now, this is the forestry area. And I've gone ahead and put them down. You can see this bog earth over here has turned into the peat version, it looks like. And this over here is still bog earth at maturity 66. That's 100. Now, this does say shovel. So I've got a bit of a question to ask. Does this with Silk Touch pick up the whole bog earth like that and give me bog earth like that again? Or does this give me peat? It gives me peat. Wonderful. Great guy. All right. I've also got some more in there. We could just replace it. I made a bit extra. So let's just put those there. And I've also discovered the distance. It definitely doesn't go out into those corners. So there's some stuff to learn. So we've got some peat, and I don't know how much we're going to need. I don't even know how useful this is, but you know what? It's useful because we get to go ahead and do that right there. Opening up a whole bunch of stuff for us. In fact, opening up really nothing for us. I thought it was going to open up a whole thing over there, but that's just one thing. Okay, so we need to make ourselves... I made one of these actually, by the way, the other day. I just thought it was a good idea. Turns out it didn't do too well for us, but we made it. So we've got that checked off there. We need to do the Clockwork Engine and the peat-fired engine. I'm guessing this will probably be the best. The Clockwork Engine, I'm fairly certain, gets powered off you just kind of clicking it, I'm pretty sure. Right-click to wind it up. Yeah, clicking it, and, well, I think you can even just hold down right-click on that. And the biogas, it pretty much uses, yeah, fluids and lava, as you would expect. Not very efficient engines over here, I don't think, but I think the peat-fired one is the way to go. So we'll get onto that, but while we're over here, while I've got all the stuff that we know we're going to be doing, we're going to make ourselves... rain. Really? This darn rain. It just comes around all the time. It's really horrible for recording episodes, by the way. Just a bit of an interesting fact about the rain is it's just a real pain in the butt, believe it or not. So we've got some tin here. I've been hard at work making tin. If you guys don't know how to make tin, I'll give you a hint. That, and is that, there's yeah, my cobblestone must be full. That little thing over there, and also the way to make bronze, because if you have a look at this, so forestry, we're about to get started. We need to make ourselves some of these casings, which you saw there with those golden, it looks like a golden minecart. I've always thought it was a golden minecart just from the way it looks, but you need to get some bronze. And the way to get bronze, here's the smart way, I think, I hope, is to go ahead. I think I've got some in one of these. Do I? Maybe it's in here. There it is. Okay, beautiful. The way to do it is to go and use your factory tech drill grinder, not grill grinder. Pop 3 of these in here. These copper ingots over here. This one I've just moved from here, by the way. That was where it was. If you guys forget about this thing, it was right there. And now it's here. So we need 3 of them. Pop one of your tin ingots in there. Get your tin. And so simply, all you have to do is grab that, put it into your inventory. You can even do it without a crafting table. And get some bronze blend. And you just smelt that up and you got yourself some bronze. So if you have any trouble, then you've got it covered. You see? And we may as well just go ahead and make 2 of these because I know we're going to need more. So start off with that. Give me this quest, please. Beautiful. All right. So now this is when we open up some good stuff. What we need to do is we have to go ahead and start making these forestry machines. So we need to make a carpenter. This carpenter uses power, items, and a certain fluid to make a certain item. That is completely open for every bit of interpretation. That is not a way to narrow stuff down, like, at all. But we'll make it nonetheless. And I guess it's a good description of it, but doesn't tell you exactly what it does. It's just kind of, I thought it was a bit funny how open that is there. The moistener uses water, wheat, and another item for making certain blocks. Again, certain blocks, kind of just general. And here we go. Okay, you know what? Let's just get going in these things. All right, so we need to do these things. And what I can do is I can press E, and I think they should be on a page here, so we don't have to go and search it up. Yeah, there's a lot of junk in this. Anything around here? Here we go. The fermenter, the carpenter. We need bronze. We're going to need glass, and we're going to need one of these casings. I think I've got some glass in here, but we're not very good on the bronze side of things, I don't think, are we? No. Okay, so here's where I'm going to just go ahead and start this grind. In fact, we've got the waiting for that stuff grind in any case. So we'll go ahead, pop those in there, get ourselves 16 of them, put these ones in here as well. I think actually that is, yeah, we need to make it a third. So 2 more. Then we'll be good. They have to be 3s. And then we also need to go ahead, get some food, get some of this creative flight very, very soon. I've actually even got these things all set up ready for it. So we've got ourselves these plumes, which we're going to need. And if you guys are wondering about this creative flight, let's just go at silent over here. And we'll go around to, I don't know if you can actually put this on here. If I press Alt, Control, Alt, doesn't do anything. But the way I found out about this is, the way you do it, at least, is you go ahead and find yourself these runes. There is a rune over here called, where is it? Flight. Kind of obvious. And the way you make that is we need 4 of these, which are those enriched ones. They're just the ones that are a little bit of a kind of way of compressing them. But we also need to get ourselves them for that as well. And then this is where it becomes pretty expensive. We have to put it on one of these. I'm not too sure if it's a particular gem, but I'm fairly certain any gem will work. And I've got ourselves some set up right around. I think I had one in one of these chests. Excuse the messiness of them. Maybe it's in here. Yeah, in there. So I've gone ahead and made ourselves this chrysoprase block. One of them. I've gone ahead and made one of them so that we can go and get ourselves this this pretty cool thing here. There we go, chrysoprase. But we need to get all these compressed ones here. That's where the struggle comes in. So it's just a bit of waiting for me. In fact, you can see, I think did we click on this when we got in here? I've clicked on this thing so many times in the past few hours. It is really something I can't think of. And oh, it's a pig. Look at this. I was wondering why this was like blocked out. It looked like it was just looking out into the distance. But there we go. Chaos Essence 15. And it's just going to go so quickly now. We'll just keep coming back, replacing that. But for now, we go on the grind. That grind is now over, finally. And we can go ahead, pop that in there, click on that, and we finally have ourselves a Chaos Rune. Now, as far as I'm aware, we should be able to just do that. Pop that on there. Now, you can see there's this charge of 505,000 out of 2 million. Now, the way that works is basically that 505,000 is going to be drained at a particular rate as we fly, I think. Let's just, I think, right click. Yeah, okay, there we go. Ooh, we're flying. Okay, perfect. So 80 of these points are drained per tick, I'm guessing, over there. So that's a pretty consistent drain rate. It's not a lot, so we could actually fly pretty easily. Like, look at that. Finally, we can fly. Perfect. In fact, this is going to make building this base out so easy. Look how cool that's looking. Very, very neat. I like this a lot. Plus, also, if we double tap, actually, do we get feather falling as well with this? Perfect. So all we have to do is really stand around here and that will end up giving us a whole bunch of this chaos that we have on us. So we'll just drop that in there. Perfect. I've done that way too many times. Let me tell you that. Way too many times. But now we finally can do it. I wonder if we can use this as a means of charging it. Okay, whoa. Okay, this is the way to charge it. I'm guessing that's probably like, yeah. So this yellow seems to be the backup of the chaos power, if I am correct in saying that. It seems like that yellow just kind of dies down as we leave these. So we finally got that. That is great. And I think this can actually be a bauble. So when I pick it up, I'm probably going to drop down. Okay, that was a lucky guess. Alrighty. So I'm going to see. Maybe there's also a way. Does this drain it when we're down here? Alright, so that seems like it's really got no real negatives to just have it switched on the whole time. Perfect. So let's get started with the forestry stuff. We've gone ahead, done the grind. We've got quite a far way through just getting stuff made. We've gone ahead, made the carpenter, the centrifuge, the still, the fermenter, the moistener, and also the squeezer. And I've been using the squeezer, squeezing all sorts of seeds to make ourselves some seed. Popped a bucket in there, got that there. We've also got ourselves these engines at the back here. So what the next quest is for us, and this is actually quite a quick, easy thing to do, it seems, in terms of getting through forestry. If this is the only thing we have to do, it's to make these impregnated casings and impregnated sticks. But you know, we're not going to stop over there. We're going to do some more stuff as well, of course. And the way to make an impregnated casing is by putting in one of these here, filling up that there. And now you can see, using one of these, some of this oak wood, pop it in there. You can see there, it just made the recipe. We can go ahead and get ourselves one of these impregnated casings. Now, the impregnated stick, I'm not too sure how you make that. Is it just 2 wood in there? Pretty simple. Okay, so that's the way we're going to get through that, and that's actually forestry done once we've got that done. However, there's a few other interesting things. This mail thing, not really too important. We don't live on a server. It's actually a pretty neat thing, but honestly, I don't really see it too useful to us. Not useful to us at all, but on a server, I guess it depends on how you play. The thermionic fabricator uses molten glass and items for making electron tubes and other glass items. So I guess that's sort of the next stage that we'll have to be going through once we've got that. But let's just check. Oh yeah, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Okay, we got them there. So what we do is we just have to clear that. So the way this works is that, and then we put the stash over here. So the issue is we need more seed oil, and this is not doing anything because we need more peat in there. Okay, so there we go. Peat was on break, but that's fine. We'll get some more seed oil. That's just a matter of waiting through there. However, we can go ahead and have a look at these other things, which is the shaping glass, and also this one we needed to do something, right? Oh yes, the moistener. I forget. This thing's going to be pretty cool. So we'll pop it over here and use the Clockwork Engine. You can see the Clockwork Engine, we should just be able to do this. You can see it going green, orange, more orange, or yellow, then red. And I'm pretty sure red can explode. If I am correct, I might be wrong. A lower light level is required for operation. Alright, so that becomes a bit of a pain in the butt, but that's not too difficult to do. It's just a pain in the butt. Alright, so I guess if we do something like this, does this block it off? Temporary measures, of course. We can also just go around, keep a spot for us to be able to go around there. So if we do something like that, we'll pop that, and these here, I guess I'll make a little bit of a tube for us, a little room like that. If we just do something like this, it's going to be quite cozy. Yeah, very cozy. Perfect. All right. No, not perfect. Perfect now. So this is nice and cozy. We've got ourselves the resources we need to get there, and we also have to go ahead and put a recipe in. Kind of similar, not completely the same as that fabricator, but similar in some sort of sense. So let's go to the podzol. How about we do podzol first? Podzol, like that. We need to get ourselves oh, that's not what we wanted. Oh wait, that's because we clicked on the carpenter, not the moistener. We can use ourselves a bit of wheat, and we pop the wheat in. The wheat will go in over there, is that right? Yes, so the wheat turns into moldy wheat with a bit of water, and then we need to get ourselves some leaves as well. Now for the mycelium, I had a look at that, and the way to do mycelium is through over here. I keep clicking on that. It's the easiest one to click. Through using seeds. So there's 2 alternative ways of making each of those. It seems like they should be pretty easy, and it's just a matter of getting those done. Honestly, I don't have too much of a use for either of them just at the moment. What do we need? We needed wheat, and I've quite luckily collected that. I've got seeds as well. So it's leaves. If we have any leaves, they will be in here. No leaves. But we do have... Yeah, we do have everything for that right now, except the bucket of water, which we'll quickly go grab. So it should seem pretty easy as well. And by the way, I'm very excited to try this out. I feel like forestry... I've never tried it, and I feel like it is all about bees. However, this doesn't say anything about bees, so maybe I am incorrect in what I'm saying, but... Oh, okay. Can right-click it in. Perfect. And then... That there. Okay, so that's how it's working there. And it should just kind of do its thing, I'm assuming. Some seeds in there. Okay. This is pretty neat. So moldy wheat there. Does it create... It creates moldy wheat. Ah, okay. So if we see there's some uses for moldy wheat, so we can just keep it going around. Then it goes to decaying wheat. Okay, I see how this is working. We may have to get another thing of water, because this is on a half a bucket right now. And then it goes to decaying wheat. Does it just stick at decaying wheat? Does that have enough RF? Does it even need RF? I don't even know. I'm starting to think it might not even need the RF. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. So mulch, does mulch have a use? Just to make mulch powder or some hummus. Is that right? Okay, oh, bog earth. Okay, that could be kind of useful. I guess we can use it to make some of that stuff. And then we can use it for a fermenter to make biomass. Okay, so this is very useful. And we are so darn close. Let's just grab the wheat. We got to finish one. We can't leave it at where we're at right now. We'll finish one of these things. There we go. Before we go ahead and do the rest of it. Okay, here, just twerk this wheat. No. Yeah, we've got this. Here we go. This is the easy way to do it. Just grab probably 5 or 6 of these, then we definitely won't have any trouble. In fact, one may very well have done it for us. But now we certainly won't have any trouble. It also seemed as though the fresh wheat was doing a little bit better to get these things done. And yeah, I can do that. Great. All right. So wait it out. And I think this is also the collection bay. So close. So close. Give us up Mycelium, please. Come on. I actually haven't grown a tree in a very long time, so we're going to have to go grab the podzol and complete that. So this will get us through quite a lot of this. In fact, we can quickly go finish the impregnated casing with... Oh, so close. Why is nothing happening? Pete, on a break again. Yeah, it seems like it takes quite a lot of energy. So we'll just have to wait, I guess, for that. Once we've got a full bucket of that, it means we are finished with forestry. But there's so much stuff in forestry that I do want to look at. So let me just go at forestry. There's all these bees and stuff, and you can use them to make some pretty cool stuff. So I'd like to have a look at what we can do. Latex comb. Some of them have got some pretty neat sorts of things with them. So yeah, I'd like to get through a lot of these and get some of this stuff going, maybe. Tell me what you think. What is the good bees to be going for? What should we go for once we can start breeding bees? Because I think that'll be kind of fun. I've got some good news for us. I've gone ahead and made this thermionic fabricator, and we've been using it just a similar sort of thing. Put stuff in here, get it to work, get stuff out the other end. And we've been getting these flexible casings, which are pretty useful because we want to make one of these managed farms. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to try it out anyway. And we should have now everything that we need. In fact, I don't know why that's in there. Oh, I do know why that's in there, but that's all right. We've got it over here. We can just go there, click that, take one of them. And now we've got one of these managed farms. And if you have a look in the book here, we need to create one of each of these around here. And I thought the farm itself seemed pretty interesting. It says you can make a 1-block farm. Well, you can make 1-block farms that use fertilizer, water, RF to grow certain crops faster. Now, I'm pretty bad at reading sometimes, but I think that little capital there, as I was going through, and that one there, I just kept looking back to them. But yeah, so it makes all these to make certain crops grow faster. So I'm just going to put this down and see, can we put this in here? So we actually maybe could say uses of the farm. That could be kind of cool. Maybe if we go, is there any way to find out from here? No. Okay, no. But we can put stuff in here. Put dirt in there, I'm guessing. Just pop dirt in there. Put some stuff in here. I'm not too sure. We'll have to find out what that is. And that will make us certain things. Okay, interesting. So I guess this is just a mechanical way of farming, pretty much. So I don't know if this will be a viable method for us right now. I like to go just to push it into the orange like that. So now we need some fertilizers. That's right. So if we go fertilizer, There we go. The good old blue stuff over there. And I think we saw a way of doing it. That's where the apatite comes into it. Perfect. And I've got some good news, by the way, guys. So apatite and some sand will give us some fertilizer. And I think, let's just give it a go. Let's just give that a go. We've got so much darn apatite. Let's just get rid of some of it. Because I've never, in all my time playing modded, back in 1.7.10 days, have I actually used this stuff for anything besides making a block of apatite. I think that's the only thing I've ever done. Because I've just never touched bees. I've never touched forestry. And hopefully it'll be a great time, because what we have said, because I said, you know, we don't have any bees in here. There's nothing about bees. I think I mentioned that in the last clip. But, there we go. Okay, and water. Of course, we can go do a trip. But I've got the good news being that finishing off forestry, well, I'd only had one thing to do. I should really make a full water source there. In fact, I've got a water source right over there. But that's fine. It's going to move. But what we should have looked ahead in the book and seen that we do have bees being unlocked. So the dirt is there. Why is it just flowing through? Okay, so this is just giving us random stuff. Is it? Oh, okay, stop. I'm like, wait, this is stuff I just put down. What a coincidence. And I can see why it's the case. Okay, so it's trying to put the dirt out to farm for us. All right. Okay, I can see how this is working. So it's basically going to be manually sorry, not manually. It's going to be automatically managing our farm for us. Now that makes sense. So kind of doing something like that for us. I think I'll create a separate island for this. So we've learned something there, and I guess the mushroom one will do something similar as well. Let's just replace these. You messed my stuff up. And now I don't know where it goes. I think that went there. And then there's one missing over here. There. This one would actually be one of those. Okay, perfect. Just trot on these. All over them. Break. Perfect. All right. And here? Okay, so this actually could be a whole area like this almost. I might just do another one of these big platforms. I was planning on doing some smaller platforms, which I'll get to. You'll see them develop over the next few episodes. I'm thinking of pulling off the sides here. But here we go. The news. I can't leave for much longer. We've got these things we can just go through. But right around here, we've unlocked ourselves some bees. And this is going to be fun because this is a whole bunch of stuff that I really want to do. I've never done this stuff, and it's going to be fun. I guarantee it'll be fun. It's something different that I've never played with. And despite the fact, you know what, if it's a very inefficient way of doing it, we'll have to work out an efficient way of doing stuff, because you can get a whole bunch of resources from bees. Let them be your workers and get everything for you. But for today, I think we've done enough work around here. So I think we'll call it an episode right there. We've got through forestry successfully. We can fly off, which, oh, that's not what I'm wanting to do. This is what I'm wanting to do. We can fly off also successfully, which I actually just forgot about, and may as well use it now. But thank you very much for joining me here, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one.